Welcome back to another episode of Desire to Inspire, yo mama's favorite podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever the fuck you're listening to this. But
you got a lot of energy today.
Back, baby, dude. I have been so productive, and it's actually crazy. You saying that can just make me steamroll in. But I texted you last week, and I said that I had the best lift and run that I've had in a very long time. And it just highlighted to me the importance of sticking through, pushing through, and keep checking the boxes daily, because I could have the mindset I was in, and I don't know why. The mindset I was in, I didn't want to do any of this stuff, bro. I didn't want to journal. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to run. I haven't wanted to run since the Ironman.
And do you think it's like, was this like around the bachelor party? Was it because we were gone doing stuff, or has it just been like longer than that?
Dude, it's pretty much been since the Ironman ended.
Because I saw your TikTok about slacking. You're like, me too. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and again, it's not like slacking where I'm not checking the boxes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm checking the boxes outside of running, but I started checking those boxes again. But I was just going through the motions, and there's nothing wrong with that in some instances, but there's always intent behind it. So when I say going through the motions, I'm not just talking about like lazily or lackadaisically going through it. There's still intent. There is still a purpose. There is still a why behind the things that I'm doing. So like that's the driving force. But like when I would do them, I would be disconnected. I noticed that I would scroll on my phone more. I noticed that I would take longer breaks. I noticed that I wasn't lifting as heavy. And so like when I was going through it, it just like it wasn't hitting. And something clicked last week where, and it could have been because I put the camera back up. It could have been because I came to the realization like I signed up for the marathon, which I have not announced on here. I signed up for the Charlotte Marathon. I will be doing it. I will be completing it. What does that look like? I don't know. And I have so many different angles I can take at this, but I don't know if it's because I was so centralized focused on that Ironman. Like, I almost think of it like a fucking crackhead or an alcoholic or something. Like, they're so into this thing.
It's all you can think about?
That it's all you can think about. And then afterwards, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then people kind of like relapse. But I feel like the relapse for me was like, I don't really want to do this stuff. I don't really have a passion to go out and ride my bike. I don't have a passion. And so I'm trying to like figure out like why that disconnect happened after the Ironman. But like part of me thinks that it was just like, it was my identity for so long that I was just taking on pretty solo. Like I'd never really vocalized any of it. But it's weird. But last week, dude, things clicked. The run felt good. The lifts felt good. I got more miles than probably any other week besides when we did that 10-miler. But I go out there, dude, and I still fucking have it. Like, the base is still there and the foundation is still there. And so that's why I'm not too worried about the marathon. I will start ramping up miles and doing longer runs on Saturday and stuff like that. But I just feel like something clicked. And now, and again, maybe it's because I'm not putting pressure on the stuff.
After a big goal like the Ironman, that's a very normal feeling, though. Like, I feel like everyone goes through it. It's like you train so long and you're so focused on one goal, and then the day happens. And it's like, well, now what do I do? Like, it's gone now. You're not pushing for anything. The big thing's done. Like, you don't have to struggle with it anymore. So it's like, okay, let me get back into a routine. But, like, you just, like, drift along. I'm, like, kind of, like, purposeless. Which isn't true, because like that's not like your purpose or like your core identity anyways, but it's a very normal feeling, I feel like, to be adrift in those days and weeks afterwards.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I put like too much pressure on myself, and this like internal pressure, is not coming from anything, but like everybody classifies us with like health and wellness, and it's like, what are you doing now? Or they'll judge us on like, well, you're eating and drinking this stuff. And so like I truly don't ever think about that stuff, but I think subconsciously my brain is like, fuck, I need something else on the calendar. I need something else because I did this. Now I got to do this. And so I feel like for once I was able to like step back and be like, no, just fucking work out, stay healthy, be disciplined, enjoy football season. But again, there's like that back end of me that's like, sign up for the race, pussy. You got to do it, pussy. And I'm like, well, why am I a pussy if I don't do it? And like, I don't think I need that pressure. But again, like, the pressure was there, and that's why I signed up for the marathon.
I think I need that pressure. I get lazy if I don't have pressure. I need to like feel a need to do something, or else you fall into a routine of not. And like, yes, you're still doing stuff, but like slowly you're going to drift more and more off course. and then it's going to be so much harder to bring it back to center.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what that course is or what that course is that you want. Because again, like the things that were still important to me, like even though I say I didn't want to journal, I was still doing that stuff and I was getting a lot away. I would read a journal entry from 2 years ago and be like, fuck, I needed to hear that. And so like that was going good. I would like maybe miss a day or two, but then I would go back and fill it in. Like I have not missed one day of journaling this year. 2024, I did not realize how bad I was consistency wise with it. But like I see the benefits of it. So I kept doing it. And like, you know me, I love lifting weights. Like that's where it started for me. And so like I go out there and I do it, but then there's always this little fucking chirp in the back of my head. Sign up for the high rocks, pussy. Sign up for the marathon, pussy. And so I know I need it.
But there's a reason the voice is there. But even if you go to like just the lifting, like you even said, like you're on your phone more, you're not lifting as heavy. Like there's some kind of a disconnect that is pulling you away from like where you feel like you should be, not where you need to be. That there's not a need to be, but like where you feel like you should be, something still wants to like pull you off.
Sponsored time. You guys know the deal. Here at DTI, we want to help people live a healthier, happier lifestyle. We're excited to partner with First Form because their mission is to impact one person's life a day. First Form gives us the capabilities to help you guys reach and achieve the goals you set forth. Utilize First Form through their supplement or their merchandise to live a more active lifestyle, putting yourself first and prioritizing the things that are important. Try First Form today with the link below. Back to the show. So, how I'm going to spin this full circle is I talk about this little guy calling me a fucking pussy and stuff, and I hope that people are getting uncomfortable for how much I'm saying pussy. But then there's the other side that I've gotten to see during the race preps, that I've gotten to see during these big events, that I've gotten to see during challenging times, both in endurance and outside of endurance with college, with losing somebody, with family members going through stuff, with arguments, with now like wedding planning. Like there's so many different things where like it's stressful at that time, but then you graduate, you get over that you get over that argument you had with a friend, you move on, you figure things out for the wedding. Like you're putting pieces to this puzzle and that puzzle gets built and you're like, oh, hell yeah. And then you look back on the journey just like you do in endurance and you're like, man, I'm happy it happened this way because I became smarter here. I learned how to communicate better there. I became, they say smarter because I have a piece of paper and I'm going to be successful because of it. Like there's all these different things outside of endurance as well. So even though I'm talking a million miles an hour because I'm amped to talk about this, don't pair this with only endurance. Like this is anything challenging that you go through in life, with your job, family, like I said, graduating college, all these different things can simulate or emulate a half Ironman, a full marathon, whatever it is, because there's a journey in this process. And what both of those things, life and endurance, have taught me is that finish line is not the actual goal. That finish line is not the actual story. It's the journey that you go on through that. And so then I listened to that little thing calling me a pussy, and I'm like, dude, you're trying to build and grow something right now with Dylan that can be something amazing. You're getting married and you're planning a wedding, which is going to be something amazing. You're killing it at work, but you want to look for how can I be more for this company so that way I can get more over here and we can grow together. Look at all these different things. Your relationships with friend and family that are long-term, like all of these things need attention and need you to be able to show up for them in the right fashion or way. And so that little guy that just keeps, or girl, whatever it is, keeps chirping to me is I need the challenges along the journey to see critically, to think abstractly, to envision, to dream, to go after all of these different things in those buckets that I was telling you about. Because what that journey teaches us, you'll literally never find those answers. You'll never find those feelings or expressions. That's why I ask you all the time, like, what are you taking out of training? What are you taking out? Because for me, I take big things out of those because of the challenge or enduring the hard or the struggle or the suck. And so once you get over that hard, suck, struggle, whatever it is, you find something bigger and you're like, okay. And then it just amplifies everything else. Your ideas, your thoughts, your this, your that. And it just keeps getting higher and higher. And so the reason I signed up for the Ironman is because I was like, you know what? I need to struggle. Life's too easy right now. I need that challenge. I need to go after it. I need to tell my mindset, even though you don't want to do it, you can do it. And so all of these things are now teaching me like, all right, I got to get back into it. So like last week went out for an 8-mile run. I think I got like another 4 and a 3 or something like that. But like every week, I'm just going to gradually get better of it and do what we say is like check the boxes daily, start running more, get long runs in with the boys when you can. Not Dylan because he's elite and I can't keep up with him right now in his training.
I'll be done soon.
Good.
I'm on the decline, so you might be okay again.
All right. Well, maybe we'll go for a run this Saturday.
I have 16.
Well, I want to get like 10 to 14.
All
So,
right.
So then I see the other side of it and I'm like, you know what? That's why that little fucking thing on my shoulder is like telling me sign up for those because you take so much away and you get so much out of it. And working out right now, I've done it for so long that it doesn't challenge me in that way. Going for walks, it doesn't challenge me in that way. What challenges me in that way is going out and running. You can't speed that up or slow it down. You can, but not very much. And so like that's one thing where it's like, okay, I have to block out this amount of time in the morning. I'm going to make smart decisions on what I eat and drink the night before. I'm gonna, and it lines up for just more success. And then to me, it just creates this clarity in life where it's like, whoa, would I ever have gotten that thought or that view or that thing out of it if I wasn't doing these different events?
I think with running, it's also one of those things that it never gets easier. You might get faster, the distances might get farther, but it doesn't get any easier. Like, it's still hard, like, because you're progressing with it. So, like, as you go on, you get faster, you start pushing faster times. Like, yeah, if you want to just go out and run a casual pace forever, sure. But, like, you're now multiple endurance events into this thing. Like, none of them are any easier than the last one just because you've been doing it. Me doing Chicago as my 5th marathon doesn't make it any easier. Mm-hmm. When I step up there to the line for 26 miles, I'm just like, oh, shit. I've only ran this distance 5 times. And I got to go try to do it faster than I've ever done it before. Like, it's never any easier. Mentally, physically, like, the more, like, you just keep pushing, the harder it gets. And I think that that's the mental part, is that it's never going to get any easier.
Yeah. And it's crazy, too, because, like, you say that, and this will be my first full marathon, but just speaking back to, like, the other events, is that, like, when I would hop on that bike and have to ride for 2.5 hours, I've done it before. But guess what? The first time was easier than the third time. The fourth time was a lot easier than the 6th time. And it's weird because, like you said, like, you go out for a run the same route, I would say a couple times a week, and that same route can be like, oh my God, why do my legs feel like bricks? Oh my God, why is my mind racing like this? Oh my God. And so, yeah, it's there's something special to it. But again, it's just mustering up that courage to be like, you know what? This is why I need it. And I think I finally found that why. But it's just weird, like, how it came to me. Like, literally just went out in the gym, turned on my camera. I was like, all right, let's film this workout. It's been a while. Been focusing on other stuff. So then I'm doing it, and I'm like, damn, this workout feels good. Like, maybe it's because there's eyes on me. Maybe it's because I'm going to post this and people are watching. And then I go out for my run, and I'm like, holy shit. No phone in my face, no nothing. Nobody's watching. Nobody even knew I was out there running. I was like, this feels good. I was like, well, maybe this is something. Then we're in Buffalo for the wedding. Instead of sleeping in and being like, oh, I can't go to the gym today because there's no membership, I was like, well, I'm going to lace up the shoes and go get miles. I was like, I'll run 6 miles today. I was like, you're doing 8. And then afterwards, I was like, let's fucking go. Let's go. And so it's cool that it's finally, like, clicking back. But yeah, I figured out the piece of the why that I need these things and why I like doing them and why I think it's important for people. But I still haven't figured out why that disconnect happened after the Ironman to this moment last week.
I don't know if there's, like, an actual reason for it. I feel like it's just, like, you put so much time into it that, like, you're like, I want to let off the gas. Like, I don't want to do this. Because you made a conscious effort to not want to run. Like, you're like, I just want to focus on lifting. That's all I want to do right now. And so it wasn't like it just fell off and, like, you didn't, like, during the process want to do it anymore. Like, you openly said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So it was a choice.
Definitely was a choice. One that I'm happy I made. I'm not upset that things happened the way they did. Like, I'm not losing sleep over it. But again, when I visualize and when I think of the future and when I think of different things that I'm working on in life or for life, I tend to reflect a lot. And that was one of the things I was reflecting on. I was like, man, that's very weird. And so again, I'm not beating myself up over it or losing sleep, but I just think that it's important for people to realize too, like you can do a big project at work and after that project, you're like, oh, fuck yes. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to take a couple weeks, keep it chill until that next project comes on. But I think that moral of the story maybe is just like it's the ebbs and flows of life. But I think the main catalyst is we have to be challenging ourselves in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's when I said at the beginning, like, I need that pressure. That's what I mean. Like, I need some kind of a challenge at all times, or else I just fall completely off the rails. And not everyone's like that, and I'm aware of that, but I know myself, and I know that I need to be challenged, or else life gets real dark real fast.
Yeah, we can't have that. That's why we do the things we do, baby.
Which for a lot of people would be like, that is dark. I'm not trying to run like that.
Yeah. One day I'll get everybody around me excited. Sorry, guys. I got like allergies or some shit going on. One day I'll get everybody excited, hopefully, at least one person a day, to get excited to go out there and sign up for their first race or do their first event, whatever that looks like. But I already think I know what my destiny is after this full marathon. I've been thinking about it, but we can wait and talk about that until after the marathon's over.
You about to run 100 with me, dude?
Oh, God, that's really going to make me choke.
Optic Nerve was our very first sponsor here at the Desire to Inspire podcast, and it's still one that we are pumped to be partnered up with today. I was linked up with them when I was living in Colorado. They are owned and operated out of Vail, and all of their products get tested in the mountains, so you know that it's built for an active lifestyle. Freddie and I rock these things all the time. They are made with planet-friendly materials from recycled plastics to natural wood, and every pair comes with a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, what are you really doing? Hit the link in our bio, support DTI, support Octave Nerve, look fly doing it. Whether you're just out enjoying a nice stroll or getting active, Optic Nerve has got your back. So go to opticnerve.com and use code DTI for 20% off your order today. That's opticnerve.com, code DTI.
No, I'm going to leave you to that. And I'll just stay in shape enough to still do 20 miles with you if that's what you have in mind.
Yeah, I actually want to start up a group chat probably after Chicago.
Yeah,
of like everyone that I want to be a pacer and be like, can you guys commit to these dates? And then go from there. I have in mind 5 people, and I feel like that's plenty.
Okay. Just got to maybe have somebody on retainer just in case.
Yeah, I don't want people to run with me the whole race.
Oh, okay.
I want to start by myself for a while and then bring people in. 20 is just like my mental, like, you need to be able to run 20 to be able to, like, because I was doing the math on pacing for where I want to hit, and I have to run like 10-minute miles.
Okay.
Which sounds okay.
Well, selfishly, I was thinking of myself, not you.
No, but like it sounds good, but like I'm probably gonna have to push some in the beginning, have somebody help push me in the end. The 5th person that I want to be there, I'm waiting to ask at Chicago. So,
all right.
I don't know if it's gonna be doable, but I think that this would be a nice snag.
There we go. I'm here for it. And then you'll be signing up for the BPN backyard.
Nah, that already passed, dude. They already announced all the people. Actually, that might be for the overnight one. No, they haven't announced the ultra, but they did take signups already. I did not enter the lottery. I was extremely tempted. Because it's like the month after the 100 miler.
Good God.
The only reason I wanted to do that one before the 100, like instead of the 100, but it was on Memorial Day last weekend. That's the weekend of my wedding, so I didn't want to risk it, and they pushed it up into April. I was like, I could have made it. But I already signed up.
Ain't that crazy that one race that you do is going to be more than majority of people run in an entire year?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild. Where's it at again?
Mine?
Yeah.
Outer Banks.
Okay. Huh. I've always wanted to visit there, so
drive.
that's an added bonus.
Yeah, you're one of my 5. I'll even tell you who the fifth one is off air. I
Okay.
just don't want to risk this person listening.
I thought I was one of the 5 because you brought it up in the past, but understand if you take me out, I will not be offended. Just let me know.
No, well, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it either. If you'd rather just come film content, I'm not going to say no to that. But like, pacing is free. You can have as many as you want. So like, I'm having extra people sign up who are going to be there just in case.
Yeah.
Like I'm having Mandy sign up in case she wants to come like run the last mile with me.
Oh yeah. Should we tell them your idea for content? Speaking of,
So I don't know that it's going to be doable because she's not in North Carolina like all of October. So we leave next week. We go to Ohio. We're in Ohio for X amount of days. Then we go to Chicago. I race. We get back in Ohio on Monday. We drive back here Tuesday. Thursday, she goes to Bali for like 2 weeks.
what is she doing in Bali?
Her friend took a teaching job in India. And so she is going on her fall break there anyways. And told Mandy, you should come. Dude, it's like $30 a day to live or something like that.
Damn.
So she's like, when else am I going to be able to go like this? I'm like, honestly, like this is the best time for you to go. And the girl's like, I'm probably going to miss your bachelorette. So like, let's just make this a trip. And so she's going like all of October. So I was like, as good of a video as this sounds like, I don't know if it's realistic for you.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do. So as you know, Fred here is doing the Charlotte Marathon now. Is Tone doing it still? I saw him go out and do 8 the other day.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe he's doing it.
He says he is. We'll see.
But as long as I feel good after Chicago, I'm planning to do it as well. And I was originally just going to run it with the guys. I feel like that'd be fun. It'll be casual. We'll all just be hanging out, BSing the whole time. I think it'd be a good time.
Yeah.
Mandy mentioned maybe doing the half. She has some friends doing the half. I was like, what if I run the first half with you? But I'm like, then I'm not going to be able to, like, we're going to be behind Freddie. She's like, what if you try to catch him? I was like, that's kind of fire, honestly. Like, I run the first half with her, and then I try to catch up to you. That could be nice. And that's what I wanted to do for a video. Was this whole video of me just hawking you down from 13 miles on.
I think it would be great, but I would have to, or I know myself, and I would tell Tone, like, we cannot let him fucking get us.
That's what
like,
she said?
Like, you're the Fed, or, like, the cops or something. We're, like, running away.
Because we originally weren't even going to tell you. We were just going to make it be a thing and me try to catch up. But I was like, I think that if I tell him, he's going to want to go faster. I think that it might hurt him in the long run.
True.
I think that him trying to stay ahead of me might screw him down the stretch.
Watch me be right next to you and Mandy.
The whole time. Got him.
Yeah,
No,
Tone,
I think realistically we'd probably be like 3 to 4 miles behind. And I don't know if I could close that gap. That's a lot to close.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. It would be funny because Tone and I have said this whole time, like, all right, we're going to have fun with this. We're not going to take it, like, serious where it's got to be this guy. Like, let's go out, have fun, fucking run a race together. And so I could just see us knowing that you were trying to catch us, be like, let's fucking kick it on.
Well, I mean, she ran a full in 4:45 without a lot of training. I think she could realistically do a half in a little over 2 hours.
Okay. I didn't realize she did a full.
She's done 2 now. She
Really?
did one last year with me.
Oh, shit.
She did Indy.
Huh.
Yeah, my mom and my brother did the half, and we did the full.
I didn't realize Mandy did the full at that one.
She did Cleveland maybe 5-6 years ago. Didn't train at all for that one either.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for help boosting my confidence, Mandy. I think I got this then because I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, she did not train. I mean, she went to 2 medical tents last time and tried to catch a beer off like a stick. Like, you know, like the Gotta Be Faster Than That guy with the $1. There's people doing that with the beer, and she got one, drank it, and then went. Maybe it's Fireball. I don't remember. I know it's alcohol. 2 medical tents and that, and still 4:45.
All right. Yeah, I said that I wanted to do it under 4:30, but like my actual goal to myself is 4 hours or less.
I think my first was like 4:19.
Yeah, if I'm between 4:30, but
I was
again,
skeptical to tell you that time because I knew that was going to be your new goal time, and it's not a realistic comparison.
Yeah, no, mine is 4 to 4:30, or obviously lower than that.
Yeah.
Which I think it's doable.
Even my second was only my BPN was like 356. That one I blew up on. Bad.
Yeah. And too, like I think about it, my Ironman was a half marathon, and I did that in under 2 hours without fresh legs.
Yeah.
And a fucked up stomach. So And I was hurting through the beginning of that. So I'm like, if that comes through like midway and then I push through it, I should be solid.
Hopefully it doesn't come out at all.
Yeah. That's the main goal. I will say, though, that my my ultimate running shoe is that Adidas one, man. It's insane. Like, I feel like that was it's just meant for my body.
I still haven't ordered my race shoe. I'm so up in the air on what I want to do.
I think you need to ball out.
I've been thinking about it, but also, like, I don't necessarily want the highest one.
You don't have to get the highest one, but I think you can get a little bit better than what you wear.
Oh, yeah, I'm going better, but there's 3 different tiers that I'm between right now.
Well, let's hear them out. We got some time to talk, baby.
I think the top tier's out already. No, this isn't a conversation for the pod. Nobody wants to hear me talk about this. But so I'm basically between 2 shoes.
Okay. Well, I would probably order them by the end of this week.
I am.
Okay.
I'm making my decision this week. Me and Chat have been talking a lot about them.
I love Chat. Yeah, that was the main message that I had today, man. It's just,
yeah,
it hammers home the fact of why it's so important to have routines and habits in place, because it will keep you going through any highs, it will pull you out of any lows, and it will keep you focused on what the end thing was. I was having a great conversation with my neighbor today, and he was talking about just like growing up, there's different, like, we'll call it finish lines in life. Like, between 20 and 30, you want to be here. Between 30 and 40 here, 40 and 50 here. And he goes, and not that those timelines have to be set in stone, but like to be like, oh yeah, I'm being successful, or I'm making the right decisions. Yeah. Like, I want to have a car, I want to have a house, I want to get married, I want to have all these different things, like whatever it is for you. And he was talking about, he's like, some come earlier, some come later. He's like, but that's why you adjust in life. It helps you stay focused and on track, so that way you know what you're working towards. So that way you can plan financially, all of these different things. And I was like, yeah. And it's the same thing with like habits. Like, that picture that I painted is so crystal clear to me that everything that I work on, when I step back and I put those puzzle pieces together, I need to do these things. It's not that I have to do them. Like, I need to do these things to make sure that relationship stays good, job stays good, DTI stays good, you and I stay good, friends stay good, like family. All these different buckets that help paint that picture in the end or help contribute to it, all of those would fall apart if I didn't have the habits in place that I have. And so people hear us talk all the time, and, you know, I wanted to call somebody out right there, but I had to stop myself. Because I've been trying to get this person to instill habits in their life, and they know the importance, and they're super fucking close to me. And if you're listening to this, you probably know who you are. And I just can't get them to instill habits in their life that I know will help paint the big picture of what they want. Because we talk every fucking day, okay? You know who I'm talking to, motherfucker?
I don't know who you're talking to.
And so I was going to use that, but I don't want to say this person's name. But it's like that person that's closest to me that I literally talk to every single day. No, it's not Low, so don't even put that in your head.
I have 2 people in my head. I just don't know which one it is.
It's just like, dude, instill habits. Get a morning routine. Get an evening routine. Start walking more. Start this, that. Blah. Like, watch it come to life. Watch it come to life. These habits are so important. And it goes for everybody out there, because we can all, including myself, can get better. That's why I like learning about other people's habits and what they do. That's why I like to hear about your non-existent morning routine, so that way it can help mine. Like, there's different things.
I think I have one.
So there's different things, but the things that we talk about all the time in this foundation of DTI, I need to just keep screaming from the mountaintop so people hear, because these are not hard things, and they're tangible things that every single person can do. But again, the importance that I'm talking about is that it pulled me out of the stagnant time period of my life. It's pulled me out of the dark times. It's pulled me out of the happy, and it just keeps elevating things. And I keep getting onto a different pedestal because I keep pushing forward. And I just want people to be able to push forward and instill confidence in themselves, because if they're doing these things daily, they're going to get more confident, they're going to feel better, and they're going to keep going higher and higher.
Yo, whoever you are, you fired this dude up at the end of an episode.
It's all love. It's all love.
Oh, man.
You got anything else? I feel like I've been talking because
You're just fired up. I don't even
ripping and roaring, bro.
No.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I feel like I did majority of the talking. I'm sorry, Dylan. You will have the spotlight next time. But it also could be because I feel like we haven't done one of these in forever.
We haven't.
And so I love getting behind the mic. Hopefully you guys took something away from today. I don't know if you did, but I hope you did, because there is some important messages in there. You just have to figure out how they align with yourself. So we talk about how they align with our life, but there's plenty of other scenarios or situations that you can insert into this context of the conversation to be able to see it in your view or your vantage point for the life that you live and the things that you have. But starting right now, today, if you take anything away, instill habits into your lifestyle so that way you can start checking the boxes to get you to that big picture painting of what you want, knowing that the goal line is always going to change, but how can you constantly keep pushing forward towards that so that way you reach and achieve the things that you're meant to in life. All I want y'all to do, all we want you guys to do is live a happier, healthier lifestyle. So go out there, have the desire to inspire, kiss your mama for us. Have a great day. It's on.
Peace.